Hello? Alright. So this is VOD review number 2 for X Coggles. This is Kazakh's game. So I actually play a lot of Kazakhs. And I noticed, and I already watched this game before I'm starting to record just to look for your mistakes. And you made a lot more noticeable errors and mistakes. So we're gonna start off quickly just by talking. So the main thing you should be looking to do on Kazakhs, so you have to understand champion power spikes, because that's a lot of your problems. That's something I noticed that you didn't take advantage of. And you also, okay, so Kazakhs has a very big power spike at level 6, because you get his Q evolve, or when he gets his warrior enchantment, so the full warrior jungle item. Those two are huge power spikes. Once you do that, you're meant to look for picks and kills and 1v1s. Before that, you're only looking for absolute free kills, or you're just, or no, you have to be farming. So you need to be taking 1, 2, and 3 camps on rotation. Like the second they're up, you take it. So we're gonna start off at around 3 minutes. I'm gonna go to 240 just to jog my memory. I watched the game yesterday. Okay, yeah, well, there's the first mistake. I don't know why I didn't write this down, but when you're doing your clear, you need to start off, you need to do krugs and raptors. Just do a full clear every single time, dude. Every single time. There's no reason to skip out on the raptors, because you're not trying to force a level 3 gank anywhere. The perk, if you can do the raptors here, is you do red, krugs, raptors. You can hit level 3, and you can quickly look top and mid lane for an opportunity to gank. Look at where you are right now. If you did the raptors, you would have been done the raptors roughly 5 seconds ago, and you would have been able to gank this. You missed out on a potential early gank. You would have gotten a flash, and this would have helped Katarina out a lot. But remember, every single time you're playing Kazakhs, your goal is just to... A lot of people think Kazakhs is like a gang champion. No, Kazakhs, I like to think of him as like a... I like to categorize junglers as like carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores. Carnivore junglers like Lee Sin, you're meant to just clear or Xin Zhao and play aggressive and look for kills. You thrive off kills. Herbivores are like fucking the moooooore, just pretty much farm on the junglers, like Shyvana and shit like that. And then you have Kazakhs. This guy is meant to clear, and at the same time, he has the ability to go for kills, because he's not that weak early, but like, you know? So I don't know, not doing these raptors here cucked you a lot. You would have hit level 3 and you could have went for a gank mid. That's what I do. I do my entire red side all like 99% of the time, and then I look for a gank. If there's no gank, it's fine. You do your wolves and you play the game. Okay. Doing the scuttle here is fine. You just want to get it out of the way, but at this point, I highly think you needed to go back and do your gromp. Like, so far, like, the issue you had last game, too, is you're not understanding what the enemy jungler likes to clear. You have to understand you're playing against skarner. Skarner full clears. Skarner has a very good clear, and he's going to full clear. And this is a mistake. You wasted a lot of time from pretty much 3 minutes and 45 seconds. This is it. Let's see how long you wait. You don't do anything for this long. Okay, you're walking around. This lane is not gankable. There's a fat wave. None of them are low. If you jump in here, all Soraka has to do is silence you. Caitlyn has to net you, put a trap on you, and you die immediately. Like, your bot lane can't do anything to help you out. If you had like a Thresh lane, sure, but a Bard isn't good enough, dude. So you wasted a lot of time just roaming here. I mean, the vision is not bad. Don't get me wrong. The vision is not bad at all. But I don't know. I would have just ran straight back to my gromp. Maybe dropped like a ward in this area and then recalled. And again, this is just a waste of time. Like, you see the skarner there. You know there's like a wave under tower. Like, nothing's gonna come out of this. If you back here, Your team sees the skarner. Your team is safe under tower. All you have to do is recall and farm, and you can get you can get a small advantage over a skarner, because while you're farming your camps, he's sitting here like a retard, you know. But right now he loses nothing for this, because he did a full clear. He has a camp and a back on you, so you should never be looking for this. You should never be forcing this. You have minions under tower. Just let your team farm, no matter how free it seems. If she was smart, you get trapped right here. You get trapped. She Qs. You get ignited. Pop, and you're dead. Like, it's, I don't know. And there's skarner entered it out too, but. All right, what was the next mistake? I think it was at 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, I'm just quickly, I'm not skipping through it just in case I miss something. So you did your krugs here. You can test at the top crab, I think. Alright, this, okay, good. At this point, and I remember this, you kind of ran away here, I think. You should be fighting him from the get-go. You have flash up and you have your jump up. Fight him just it, like, he probably wins this 1v1 because you're not 6 and you're not at your power spike. But you have to understand he can't one-shot you, and if he can one-shot you, you can jump or flash away. You have top prio, mid prio. Take advantage of this, dude. Every time I jungle, I never ever fucking have priority. Ever. You have a mid lane, you have a top lane roaming for you. Stick on him and fight him. Look, like, you, like, hesitated there. Like, but you guys got a kill in return, which is beautiful. That's unlucky, but yeah, so I was right. The next big play, the next big mistake was at 7 minutes. What did I write down? You skip the raptors and the wolves, and you need level 6. Okay, yeah. So this play here, if I recall, you were level 5, and you ran directly down bot lane. Like, you just ran straight down bot. You ignored this camp, and you ignored this camp. If you simply did either camp, you would hit level 6. Dude, you need to rush that level 6 no matter what. But it's fine. Yeah. Okay, you hit level 6 off that. Like, it's fine. You got the kill, but, like, you can't be, like, I don't know, that kill shouldn't have been a kill, in my opinion. I don't know, like, this is, I don't know what this game is. I genuinely don't understand how this is master tier. Their jungler is actually, like, brain damaged or something. But you know, screw at 8:45. Okay, so let's see. So you farmed here. This is good. You did your blue. Oh wait, what the fuck am I doing? I was wrong. Okay, I don't know why I wrote 8:45. After you get this kill here, so you said one of your main issues is jungle priority, is objective control. So when you do your first recall or your second recall, you buy a pink ward. You had a pink ward this entire game. You need to place it in the river. If you have it placed over here, or if your team has it placed over here, put it over here, inside the dragon pit, and then you have complete river control. And then if your support is smart, your support will place it here. This, all you have to do is just finish your krugs and play bot side. Now your mid has insane vision, your bot has insane vision, they can never be ganked, and you can solo dragon whenever. Like, whenever. If I recall, like, you didn't do this dragon for such a long time. The second you killed the second you see Skarner top, or he's dead, or he's ganking mid, you need to solo the dragon every single time. Just pop a pink in the bush, in the pit, and start the dragon. Like, I think you wasted so much time here. Yeah, you did well. we know he's topside here because Anivia just got leashed on the blue, and you're not doing anything with this. Look, you're just wasting time. You're you're aimlessly running around trying to get vision for something. You should just be on this right now. You're sitting here for a not guaranteed gank. It's like, that's your biggest issue I notice in your games. You waste a lot of time. If I were you, I wouldn't even do my topside here. I would run straight down bot again and do the dragon. But now you like fuck up your path even more. You do raptors instead of krugs. You need to do raptors and krugs. The only time you like do krugs and skip off on the raptors, the only time you do this first and then you pat down and you're about to do the raptors and you're allowed to skip it, is if you actively see a fight in the mid lane. If there's a fight in the mid lane, you're like, okay, I'll leave the raptors, walk around, and gank. If you see a fight all the way bot, no, bro. Like, you're not going to get there in time. If you see a fight top, you're not going to get there in time. Mid lane's the only lane you can reach. But, whatever. Give me a second. Wait, what did I do? Wait, I think I skipped out on something here. Was it 10 minutes? Okay. So you've got your warrior enchantment right now. And beautiful. You start soloing the dragon. This is good. Now, at this point, you see the skarner, and this triggered me a lot, dude. Just press tab, look at his items. Look at his XP, look at yours. You're level 8 to his level 7. And you're level 6, like, you have your Q evolve, and you have your warrior enchantment, and you have priority. Their whole team's dead, and you back off completely, and you allow him to kill. This is how you give up objective control. Like, you should contest these two wards more than the dragon. Like, walk up to him and just Q, auto, W him. You don't need to ult, only ult if he looks like he's about to fight back. Just chunk him a bit, dude. You win this 1v1, but you just gave up. Like, what are you doing here? This tilts me. This is... you let him take that ward and this ward. This is bad. Like, you really, really, really need to just understand your power spikes. I told you at the... Well, obviously, like, I told you this and you still haven't heard it, but when you're playing your champions, the biggest thing people don't understand is your power spikes and the enemy power spikes. And I don't know, man. Like, Katarina, her power spike is around Gunblade and half of her second item. Right now, she's super weak, but once she gets her Gunblade, she's broken. Just pure out busted. This is an int, dude. This is an int. Like, why are you doing this, dude? You need to just, anytime, just buy a pink, just place it where the next objective is. You get the dragon, buy another pink, place it on the rift, and solo the rift. Obviously, you don't just mindlessly solo. You want to make sure that the jungler is bot side or mid side or not there. Or, if he's in the area, you make sure you have your top and mid lane with you. Period. Just type to your team, yo. But, I don't know, man. 14. Okay. I think the next mistake was... at 14 minutes, I think. That's what I wrote down. Okay, yeah. So you do your red here, fine. Get in your farm up. You skip your raptors for no reason again. Like, nothing's happening. Yeah. That makes sense. Like, I don't know why you're in this doing that. I don't know, just fucking jump away. But that's okay. 14 minutes. Okay, you bought a pink ward. Your team has all the vision in the area. Like, your team is just doing this job for you. You're farming. And they do the dragon. Can you believe that? After the entire 15 minutes of you being Kha'Zix and having this big of a lead and having bot lane and mid lane pressure, you waited this long until anivia scaled to give up the dragon. Like, so when you're playing different champions, I like to put it this way. If you're playing like a melee champion, usually your win condition of the game is to hit your power spike, do objectives, and look for picks, and then you can take towers. Or if you're playing like a ranged champion, what you're meant to do is, since you're ranged, you farm, you go under towers, you siege since you're ranged, and just force a dive under the tower when you're playing a ranged jungler. And then you take the tower, and then you do the objectives. So with Kha'Zix, his whole thing is you take dragons, you take barons, you end the game. You take dragons, you take barons, you end the game. You're not looking to dive people under tower. You're not looking to do any of that stuff. But this game, you didn't dive anyone under tower, and you didn't do any objective. It was like you're like throwing out what your champion is best at, and that's like something you've gotta focus on. What am I doing? 16 minutes. You have a pink. I wrote you have a pink, but you didn't place it for rift control, and you wasted time again. So let's see, 16 minutes. So over here, you just killed anivia. You need to be placing this pink here. Do you have one? Yes, you did. And you guys are going for like an invade on this when you like don't need to. Just leave. Just leave. At this point, just start the dragon. You don't need your team to do rift. Like, look at this. You're wasting time. The past 30 seconds, you're just running around left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. This is... Even if you get this kill, dude, it's not worth it. Like, it's just... Get the rift. If you get rift here... Okay, right now, what's going to happen this game is you guys are going to try to siege against anivia. She's going to press R, Q, and wave clear. The only way around this big tower is rift. You need to break down this, and then anivia is cooked. And anivia's main objective is to stall out the game as long as possible. The only way she can stall out the game is with this tower standing up. This should be down whenever you can. And not doing rift. Now they're going to do it first. Look, he wastes no time. He sees that you guys are gone. He takes this, and they will do the rift. Like, that's... I really think you'd benefit from like a live game review, like where I can just tell you what to do live game, but because I feel like if I do this VOD, you're gonna listen to your mistakes, but I don't know if you're gonna consciously remember them in the middle of the game. Okay, sorry. I wrote 17 minutes and 30 seconds. You were playing for botside when Rift is up. Yeah, well, that passed and. You were botside when Rift is up, but you were recalled. The Rift was gone the second you decided to recall. And I think at this point, 18 minutes and 50 seconds. You were wasting time, and you should have recalled and shoved bot lane. Oh yeah, I believe a fight broke out mid lane, and you were really low. So let's see what happens here. By the way, I tried to like speed through majority of this game just so I don't waste time, and you're not watching through a game that you don't have to. Like, just the key parts, of course. So I hope you're okay with that. If not, I apologize. I just There's no point in watching a 40-minute game when there's only mistakes for like 15 to 20 minutes of the game, right? He's so tilted. Alright. Immediately, at this point, you've got no jump. You need to ask yourself, okay, what's the closest camp to me? What's the closest objective? The closest objective is mid lane, but you're not going to be able to do anything mid lane because of your HP. If you go there and Anivia's ranged, Caitlyn's ranged, you're likely going to get shit on because of your HP. But at the same time, you have two options. You could recall and quickly come back into your camps and help your team out if there's still fighting, or do the next safest objective, which is bot lane. There was a huge wave bot lane, but you wasted time here doing nothing for like a long time. You see? So you run around. Like, there's no way you can help in here. Like, I get what you want to do. You want to help your team, but there's... like, if you help in, there's a very high chance which you die. You know, like, just because your HP is this low, it doesn't take that much. It takes a Soraka Q, a Poppy auto or a Poppy Q, and then an Anivia auto. Like, they don't have to hit their major spells on you, just little things, and then you're dead. If you simply ran bot lane, you get the outer turret, which is big. You get your team gold, and you get pressure on the map. Look, yeah, you're just wasting time. If you got this tower, you get dragon control for the future. You get to push out bot lane all the way here, and then by then you can start the dragon. You need to just prep ahead of time. And you have no... by the way, if you don't ever have a pink in your inventory, you need to sell your refillable. Refillable is worth... I mean, a pink ward is worth more than a refillable. You should always have one pink on the map and one in your inventory. Every single time. But overall, your gameplay isn't... like, it's like... You're not making big mistakes, dude. It's just little dumb mistakes that are just adding up over time. And yeah, like, I don't know, man. Riven did your job for you. She went bot lane. When you're running like this, you need to be kiting him. You need to hit him with a Q auto and keep run. Q auto, run. Q auto, run. Just so he is much lower HP. Over here, that's a free pick. You didn't W. Unlucky. And yeah, after this, I stopped looking for the errors. This is all just a fiesta for the most part. This is all just a fiesta. What happens exactly? I think their team gets Baron, but then they throw, and then it's just... yeah, like the only thing I try to look for this game is pathing mistakes, which I said, and objective control mistakes, and you're wasting time. Yeah, dude. So key points. Stop. Anytime you find yourself like running around and not doing anything, recall. Buy your items, onto the next camp or onto the next gank. Period. Recall. Onto the next camper gank. Second mistake, you're pathing. When you're playing a farm jungler, just full clear every single time. You cannot afford to be skipping out on these raptors. You let these raptors be level 1 raptors for so fucking long, dude. And then at 15 minutes of the game, you stop doing your krugs for some reason. It's huge. It's really, really huge. You would have had your Duskblade by now. And that's Kha'Zix's full build. You get Duskblade and you're full build, pretty much. Anyways, I'm going to record the next one right now. Thank you.